Hello everybody, it's 8 o'clock. Funny how that comes by so quickly when I'm staring at the comments. Oh, look what's happening here. Welcome everybody to Locking It Down with Lucy 141. It's my time to be noisy now. Yeah! I can make as much noise as I want for the next hour and so. Well, not really. I mean, I could do this right now anytime I wanted to. But I can do it right now because now I feel justified. I feel validated to make noise. But guess who's buggered off to the bedroom because they obviously know that it's Locking It Down with Lucy time. Oh no, maybe not. Because I've been sitting here all fucking day having to listen to it. I feel like when I work from home, it pisses me off. And then when I hear this, it pisses me off even more. And then I just start stress eating cereal. I've eaten 3 bowls of cereal today. I don't think anyone should eat 3 bowls of cereal. I tried to stop the cereal addiction this week by only having cornflakes. That didn't stop me because guess what? I like cornflakes. So I keep eating cornflakes all day. It's ridiculous. Anyway, hello. Sorry, that was a very energetic start to the show. I've just been sat here. I've been wearing my noise cancelling headphones to just get some peace. Yes, exactly. They probably put their noise. Yeah, well, I have to hear fucking banging all day fucking long while I'm trying to work. And also I have to listen to maniacal laughing. Like, what can be so... I know we talk this all the time, but I don't understand. How can you find life this funny all the time? I'm not joking, but it's 2023 and things are pretty depressing. Maybe I need to remind them of that because you know what? You're not 10 anymore. There are world problems that you should probably take into your brain and think about instead of sitting on whatever you're doing going all day long. Okay, thank you. I had to get this out of my system. I do feel like work from home puts me in a very particular state of mind, a frame of mind that maybe is not the best. So maybe we should all breathe together. Let's all have a breathe. We're all going to have fun now. I just had to, get it all out of the system. I have to keep going to bed at like 9:30 because I'm tired, but also because I want to go to sleep before all of it happens. So yeah. Oh, Callum has gifted 5 people LudiXP. God, I'm saying it myself now. LudiXP memberships. Thank you so much, Callum. So welcome to the XP zone. Ever Read, Tom L, the Doug, Infinity Blaze, and Michael A. I hope you enjoy your time here. Sometimes things happen, sometimes they don't. It's just it's nice to have you around. Oh, so let's see who's in the chat. We've got some people saying hi. We've got Jazzy saying hi, Lucy, hello. We have KRPTV says, I stay up until midnight sometimes. I go to bed at 9:30 just so I can go to sleep before they go to bed. It's so fucking annoying. I'm so annoyed. Terrence says, hi, Lucy, smile. With a exploding brain face. Exploding brain face. Dylan Craig says, hey-o, hello back. Jamie says, hello. Gina says, hi. Robert Wall says, hello. Thank you so much for all being here on this Thursday evening. We got Billa back saying, sup, Lucy, sup back to ya. Yeah, as you see, I'm Jane Louisa, start posting articles about the cost of living crisis and climate change. Exactly. Be more depressed. Fucking hell, I know you make my life depressed. Jeesh. Moody XP back with a vengeance. I don't know. It's a terrible thing. I don't know what to do anymore. Sometimes you can only, but I don't know how to get a balance of happiness. Maybe that's just adulthood. There is no balance. There is no balance. This is it now. This is the existential crisis that we live in. I didn't even know I could do this. I feel like I look like a rabbit character. Hi, I'm a rabbit character. You know what I'm saying? Rabbit characters have that face. Did you ever get a screwdriver? Oh, we'll find out more because what is coming up on the show today? Well, have I told them to be quiet? I've actually told other people to tell them to be quiet. I'm not actually. I feel like they can probably hear me moaning about them all the time, so it's probably starting this like cold civil war between us. So now I'm not even sure. So what is coming up on the show today? Well, we'll have the highlights and highlights of the week. So there is really no housekeeping. There will be clip of the week. Did I upgrade my hard drive disk or my solid state drive? We will find out. Main topics, maybe we'll touch briefly on the merger. I don't really know how to talk about it. I don't even know what it is, but it seems to be something that's happening. I'd also like to look back at my time playing Fallout 76. We shall touch upon it one last time. I do feel like we go through like stages of the show where I just talk about like one game forever or a couple because that's all I'm doing and all I'm playing. But I will have tips to help you guys if you ever want to get the platinum of Fallout 76 as well. Other things I'm playing, maybe some things that I'm watching, and I think that might wrap it up because I do have to start packing because I'm actually not going to have to sleep here for 2 days. I'm going to sleep somewhere else. Oh, I won't have to sleep without headphones. I can actually go to bed when I want to go to bed. I don't have to listen to this shit all day. Very annoying. So that's what's coming up, and also probably a lot more moaning. So if you're interested in that, then stick around. Right. So I'm going to crack open my drink because I feel like I need one. Well, as I said, I've eaten way too much cereal today because I just can't stop. I'm a fiend for cereal. Not quite a trip per se or a holiday. It is that time of the year where myself, Anna McDermott, Lewis, and Joel meet up. He has gone to his bedroom as well because I'm obviously being very annoying. It's my turn, bitch. It's Brittany, bitch. It's Lockin Down Lucy, bitch. Yeah, it's that time when we all assemble to hang out, talk YouTube, make some videos together, do a podcast. I enjoy doing the podcast a lot. I've always, before I even did, YouTube, properly, I remember being like, oh my God, it'd be so cool to be on a podcast. And I guess now I kind of do my own podcast, I guess. I don't know. It's all a thing. Oh yeah, by the way, so I'm drinking Fanta. Nothing fancy today. It's just Fanta orange. I thought I would, God, 17% sugars. We'll see how that hits me. But yeah, I just wanted a nice, simple, refreshing beverage for this evening's show. So this time, normally we go to Manchester, but this time we're going to go to Newcastle. So we're going to visit Lewis. I have it on good authority that Adam and Lewis are already hanging out in good old Newcastle. Apparently I was told it was cold, so I'm going to have to bring my coat out of retirement. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, that'll be fun. I've been to Newcastle once with Imogen for Christmas. It was cold. I do remember almost dying of cold. So I will bring layers. And Lewis is going to show us around good old Newcastle. Now I wish maybe I could see out on deck there, but I don't know. Are they in South Africa? I feel like all the South Africa I'm a Celebrity stuff is pre-recorded. I don't think they're really there right now. Anyway, I've decided that this mug felt very fitting today because maybe I could just clip somebody's wings. Nobody in particular. So there. Listen. Ooh. Mega Pork Chop Express. Thank you so much. Happy 150 platinum. Now you can move on with your gaming life. Oh, I am. I'm also a little pissed off. Let me tell you something, brother. So, firstly, working from home already brings my mood down. Listening to The Sims also brings my mood down. Having annoying work and meetings brings my mood down. Top tip though, I did make dinner whilst in a meeting and ate it whilst in a meeting. Ding! And then I was playing Resident Evil 4 and I was doing the Del Lago fight on professional. That shit's the hardest thing I've done so far. Oh my God, that was driving me absolutely nuts. This is good. This is hitting the spot. This is refreshing. Beyond no unknown man. Oh, very good. Oh, Robert War, thank you so much for saying, Locking It Down Lucy brings my mood up. Even when I'm this moody, I don't understand why people even like me. I feel like an awful... I mean, I'm not going to go into an existential crisis right now because that's not what the show is about. But sometimes I'm like, just shut up. I guess that's why my family find me annoying. So, you only have to deal with this for an hour or so by choice. And everyone else has to put up with me being like... Anyway, so what is happening? Let me think. Thanks everyone for tuning into the Burning Shores stream on Friday. Did I play more Burning Shores after that? Yes, I did. How long did I play it for? 15 minutes. Why did I stop playing? Because I've had to fight one of those bloody frog enemies again. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to fight. I don't want to play. I don't even know if I'm ever going to play it again. I don't know. Maybe if I feel like I need to be more angry, then that could be the solution. You were like, frog. Yeah, so I did. I said, I looked at that frog and I went, frog off. It was, so I don't know. I guess the game is fine. It's more Horizon, which I don't know, is a backhanded compliment, I guess. But I just don't know. I just don't know if I feel it. I don't know if I care. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to it, maybe not. But I don't feel like I really need to. So yeah, that also has been happening. So thanks for that. This weekend there will be, this weekend there's gonna be a new video. Ba-ba! Yes, the PS3 video that I recorded with my brother, going through all our PS3 games, is going to be uploaded Sunday. It is about an hour and a half, so maybe get yourself comfy, get a trophy to grind, and sit back and enjoy a walk through memory lane, hopefully. Wait. My favorite was when you spent like 10 minutes trying to knock down the what's it called? The bile gut. Well, I had it in my mind that I was going to do it. So, and I did, and I don't think it worked. Well, you played Fallout 76 Burning Shores must seem like game of the year in comparison. We'll get more into that in a hot second. So let's I haven't got much else to say right now at the beginning of the show. Maybe I should dive into my dilemma. Oh, baby, I love you. Oh, baby, I got a dilemma. Oh no, confess. No, I do not. I do not like the beguiled. Is that what I said? All right, here's my dilemma, everybody. I'm going to hit you with it before we get into the main meat and bones of the show. So, as you know, I've moved out. It happened a year ago. I know, old news is new news, I guess. By the way, there's a poll. I should probably tell you that the poll is about the merger and if you care or not. We're going to get into that later because I actually don't understand what's happening. So I'm hoping that someone out there will know and tell me. Okay, so here's the dilemma. I ran this dilemma by someone else earlier to check whether whether this is a suitable dilemma for the show, because but you know what, I just share everything that happens, and I guess you're all part of this this journey that I'm taking. So it's come to my attention that I have to say goodbye to a loved one. Yeah, it's sad when that happens. Trouble is, I'm having trouble letting go of said loved one because they've been with me for a very, very long time. But sometimes, it's kinder to let them go than keeping them alive in the sorry state. I believe it's called euthanasia. So what am I talking about? It's because I'm trying to think. It's too late now. I've opened up the can of worms. It's not a plant. It's not lofty. It's something else. It's something that doesn't really belong here anymore. It was a great part of my life for a long time. And now it's time to say goodbye, I think. But I'm struggling with the goodbyes, so we're just gonna get them out of the agreement. I'm not sure if I've talked about this before on the show. I don't know if this item has ever shown up. But when I was 9 years, here's the story. It's story time now. My Gareth Fillow, we're getting close. When I was 9 years old, I went to a lot of sleepovers, as most 9-year-olds did. And part of the requirements of a sleepover was you would have to have a sleeping bag. Also, I went camping. That also required a sleeping bag. So off my dad took me to Argos and we bought a sleeping bag. It came with a little pillow, one of those little pillows that you get with a sleeping bag. Mr. XP. Who is Mr. XP, I wonder? So I went on my sleepovers, and Bethany had a sleepover once, and I brought with me my sleeping bag, and I had a pillow, and and everyone was like, "Oh, we really like your pillow, Lucy," and I was like, "Yeah, it's called Fillow." And I've had Fillow with me ever since. Fillow became a person, a character that everyone knew. Every time I went for a sleepover, people were like, "Are you bringing Fillow?" Some of my other friends named their pillows. There was Squillow, and there was also, I can't remember what the other pillow. I remember Squillow a lot, but I don't remember. So we had a whole bunch of people. 23 years I've had this pillow for. So basically, the end of the story is I've got Fillow the pillow. And it's actually spelled this. This is Fillow the pillow. Why are we angry facing Fillow the pillow? It's spelled like that, Fillow the pillow. And Fillow the pillow, I think, has seen its best days, and I'm struggling to say goodbye to Fillow the pillow, because I this is such a bad story. I can't believe I'm about to share it live on the internet. But here we go, I guess. So in the name of entertainment. Right, so anyway, okay. So I bought some new pillows. Like an adult. It's not even now because I'm an adult. I have 4 pillows. I'm living that 4 pillow life. It's amazing. Before, when I was in my tiny bed, I had 2 pillows and Fillow. Fillow was there for me, okay? But now, as I have 4 pillows, I I don't need Fillow as much anymore, and I discovered that Fillow was being pushed out of the bed. It's all so dumb. And before I knew nothing, they're gonna think, why is she laughing so much? And before I knew it, Fillow had sort of got squished between the bed and the wall and the cupboard. I can't even believe I'm going to say this next bit. So, I was in my room. I don't know anymore. Yeah, this is my pillow talk, everybody. I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, okay. The real story is that when you own a home, sometimes... Okay, right. Okay, right. When you own a home, mold is a real problem. That can happen. Now, I thought it wouldn't happen to me because now I have more space, but I guess it does. So I discovered that Fillow was kind of missing and there was a weird smell. And so when I dug further into what was happening, and I found Fillow, and I was like, no, Fillow! So I thought, oh God, what am I going to do? Fillow can't be in the bed anymore. So I had to remove Fillow from the bed, and I put Fillow in the wash, and Fillow came out of the wash, and Fillow wasn't the same again. Fillow had lost his colour. Fillow smelt weird still, and I think it's time to say goodbye. So I guess you all want to know. I don't know if it's mould or just damp, but maybe it's just damp. I guess you all probably want to see Fillow, right? We've bigged Fillow up. Maybe it's time to show him. So Fillow is right here, and he will live forever in all our memories. Here he is. This is Fillow the pillow, everybody. Actually, I believe this way is the real way Fillow exists. And so I've had this pillow. Look, as you can see, he's condensed in the middle. I was saying to the person this morning, he looks a bit like Mendez. You know Mendez in Resident Evil? He's only held up by his spine now. He's got one little strand. Actually, oh my God, I think the strand is gone. He is 2 pieces now. So, but I can't say goodbye to Fillow. Look at him. And I used to just sleep with Fillow like this, but I used to make sure that Fillow came with me on all holidays and everything. But I don't know, Fillow's been here for a long time in my life. Burn it! I can't burn this pillow. And I have visions of I feel like I'm picking him up like Simba from The Lion King. Ah, Sawenya. I can't sleep with Fillow anymore because Fillow isn't the same. Actually, Fillow doesn't smell... Now it feels like I'm smelling if it's got a nappy change. He doesn't smell... Well... He smells good and bad. But I just don't think I can live with this pillow anymore because it's embarrassing. Sorry, Fillow, you embarrass me now. Imagine if someone came round. I'd have to hide Fillow. They'd be like, imagine if I had my bed all nice and then I had this here. They'd be like, Lucy, why is there a gross pillow on your bed? It would be weird. So I think it might be time to yes, Viking funeral. Now here's an idea that someone had. I can't, this is the problem. I'm not ready to say goodbye, but Fillow can't come back to the bed. So Fillow, I'm sorry, you were officially evicted from my bed. But I'm thinking maybe just leaving him on my sofa for a bit to get used to the idea of Fillow being gone. It's almost like, you can't, I don't know. And then I just don't want to put Fillow in the bin. I'm having an image of me walking outside, opening the bin, and like putting Fillow in the bin. I'm like, that's really cruel after everything we've been through. So I guess the other thing to do is, why don't you take Fillow to the pillow doctor? is there a Fillow sleep on the sofa? So, and so, yeah, I guess it's time. What I came to the conclusion is maybe I can cut out a little square of Fillow and put it in my scrapbook so that a part of Fillow will still be with me forever. But I'm actually really sad. Like, I know it was funny. I know I was laughing, but I think I was laughing because I really mean it. Like like it's a real dilemma. It's a real problem. So I realised I did miss something earlier in my fits of laughter. Thank you, Jose. Let me go back up. Jose says, I like its content like this where I support this channel. Well, thank you. Thank God someone is enjoying this and it's not just me crying on the internet about a pillow I've had for 23 years and not knowing whether I can throw it in the bin. So, yeah, take him to the farm. No, stitch him up and maybe fill it with... I don't think you can. I'd have to do a real good... But the thing is, all his colour is degraded. Look at it. This used to be a navy blue. So, yeah. Is it time? Don't throw him. He's a part of your life. See, this is stitch up that corner and keep Fillow. Okay, here we are, everyone. This is it. We're throwing out to the jury. I have given I've told you my testament. Fillow, what have you got to say for yourself? Listen, don't get rid of me. We've been together for so long. Think of all the sleepovers. I'm here forever. Fillow, I don't know if it's enough. You should have looked after me. If you'd only looked after me, then I wouldn't have got gross and smelly. I don't know. He's just not the same. So, everyone, do I keep Fillow or is it time to say goodbye to Fillow? Now I'm holding Fillow. Oh, I do feel really sad. People need to accept you. People need to accept you. So is this what I have to do now? Next time I go on a date, like in that restaurant I guess I was in. Maybe I was on a date, maybe I wasn't. Do I have to bring Fillow with me in my backpack? I'm like, hi. They're like, hi Lucy, what do you like to do? Well, I like video games and I've also got a YouTube channel, but you can only go out with me if you accept me and my pillow Fillow. Fillow's like, boom, boom. Fillow's like, yeah, you want some, bruv? Me and Lucy come as a package. Boof, boof, boof. Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. How do you feel when you hug him? I don't know. Any date wouldn't accept Fillow. It isn't worth it. Love me, love my mold. I mean, at least now Fillow will live forever on the internet, 'cause we can be heroes, even if for a moment, or however the words go. It's me or Fillow. Who has to sleep on the sofa? Fillow or whatever happens. I don't know. Wow. Words to live by. If they don't like Fillow, is that the kind of person you want to associate with? Put Fillow up for adoption. Interesting. Fillow's more like a childhood friend. Been there for you my whole life, you know. But that's what I'm saying. So to go back to the original story, Fillow. I'm sorry just in case. Fillow doesn't quite feel like he belongs in this new world. Fillow belongs in the old world, in my tiny bedroom. Now I've got big adult-sized pillows, not body pillows, I'm embarrassed. Trust me, I do not have that. But I've got real pillows. I don't need my little baby pillows anymore. So that's why I'm thinking it is time maybe to... the time has come to put away childish things, as my mum said to me once. And I was like, what does that mean? My nan... Oh, you can restuff a pillow? Love Island Fillow edition. Use him as a seat cushion. I don't know. Maybe I got to Febreze him or something. Oh, that's it. We could be heroes just for one day. So this is... Okay, here's the thing. We're going to do a slow phasing out of Fillow, I think. So Fillow is no longer allowed in the bedroom. But Fillow can live on the sofa with my Fall Guys for a bit. And we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Maybe one day I'll just be cruel. See, I guess this... Oh my God, do I feel like some kind of like poor urchin child? Like, Fabio just said, I still have my childhood teddy bear, but it is in good condition. Is this my childhood teddy bear? My childhood pillow? Put this back in, Fillow. God, embarrassing me on the internet, Fillow. There we go. That's a bit better. Is this, most people have like stuffed toys, but for me, I have a mouldy old pillow. Does that make me sound like some like poor little street urchin? All I want is a little pillow for me to lay my head on. It's a friend and it's also a thing to sleep with, because I'm a poor urchin child in the streets of London town. I don't know where this song is going. Oh, people have their childhood things. Lofty, I wish you cared for me. Yeah, don't look at me, Lofty. Don't look at me, Lofty. Okay, well, I think people are saying is, look, I'm going to give it, okay, I hate to say this, but you're on probation for 1 month, Fillow. You're on 1 month. Everyone's childhood is unique and different to them. Oh, okay, well, maybe I'll keep him on the sofa for a bit and just Febreze him and see what happens. But I think the time for sleeping is over. So that's the dilemma, everybody. I think if I was going to throw Fillow in the bin, I'd put him in a plastic bag and then put him in the bin. I think hashtag keep Fillow. The movement is starting. The Fillow fans are out. Fillow, justice for Fillow, justice for Fillow. Maybe Fillow does need justice. Maybe I've been too harsh. Maybe I've been too quick to keep Fillow, keep Fillow. The keep Fillow movement is in it, keep it. I've since got a 23-year-old can of Diet Coke in my cupboard that was given to me once by a school teacher for working hard. I never drank it because I wanted to keep it as a sort of memento. I think I have that too. I have a can of Coke. Well, people like the Fillow. People want you to keep the Fillow. Well, I guess we're keeping him for a bit then. People have still got, I like it. I'm liking these stories. People are saying, now change the poll. Yeah, maybe I will actually. Do we care about the merger? Let's see. Do you care about this merger? 60% said clueless, 49% said no, 34% of you yes. Ending the poll. Great stuff, everyone. But I think there's a more important poll. Start a new poll. Do I keep Fillow and potentially lose all opportunities of ever finding someone who will accept me in Fillow? Is this it? Do I become a spinster now? It's either spinsterhoodship or Fillow. Oh no, that they come together. The Fillow merger. Free Fillow. What if I burnt Fillow and just made his ashes fly? And we could be heroes. We need a little like montage of us together going. He really is broken in the middle. Frigs it. I am quite, this is actually the truth, Em. I am a sentimental person. I keep a lot of things. One time my friend came round to my flat and I was very excited to show my friend all my things. And then I was like, and then friend, this is something that you got me. And then friend, this is something that you got me. Oh, friend, remember when you made this for me? And then my friend was like, Lucy, you have my permission to throw some of these things away that I gave you. And I was like, blink, blink. Okay. Still not done it. Well, we'll see. I love how people who will join the show later will not understand why the poll is, do I keep Fillow? Who are the monsters that voted no? Lucy, I find it immensely sad that you think Fillow is keeping you from finding someone. It is who you are, and you need someone who accepts you for you. Thank you. Fillow will have pride of place on my bed for if anything happens. I'll be like, woo, Fillow's involved. That's weird. Maybe I shouldn't have gone there. What? Fillow, you're a childhood pillow. Let's pretend. Okay, so locking it down with Fillow next week. What's the poll happening? 67% are very kind of saying yes. And 33% of you are saying no. Lucy's soulmate needs to be affected by. Okay, maybe I should stop talking about Fillow. And I need to like chill out. Okay. Right, we'll check in on the poll and Fillow later. Fillow, love you and leave you. We'll see what happens. Stitch him up by Craig says, well, that was me. Turned up wondering what the hell Fillow is. See you. Why have I done this to her? Get rid of it because you gave it too much power now. No. Fillow is a male. Fillow is a boy, if you didn't know. I don't know why I have a boy pillow. But he is just a he. I don't know. Who knows how my child mind works? Chillo with Fillow. Like Netflix with Fillow. I like it. Activision now buys Fillow. Fillow will be the star of a brand new video game. Okay. Woo! No, we're not doing the TV yet. So, okay, let's move on to the highlights and lowlights of the week. This is the part of the show where you tell me and I tell you what's been going on in our lives and we can be happy together. So, of course, my lowlight of the week is whether or not I should give up Fillow or not. I'm going to have to take this off. I was cold before. Call of the Fillow. Call of the Fillow. Call of the Fillow. So, Fillow 76. God, can I just Photoshop in Fillow into loads of different video games now? Like Fillow. Oh, look, this is Fillow 76. Put your highlights and lowlights in the week, by the way. Right, ready? There's Fillow 76. Fillow Duty. The Lost of Fillow. All of them. Okay, right. I need to. Does anyone else get this problem? When I laugh too much, I have to clear my throat. Is that regular? I don't know. I haven't laughed this much since this morning. But yeah, it's good. Right. So Fly Highland coming in with a great highlight over here. But lowlight is Lucy considering getting rid of Fillow. But highlight is Murray Gold saying that Series 10 soundtrack will eventually come out. I know. I can't wait. I want to hear that really sad music. That do 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 ooh, ooh. That music. I was listening to Doctor Who music today really loud because I had to write a deck, and I was like, listen to some of this, bum 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 bum, because that was what helps me write. So yes, that is very exciting for all of us. Let's see. Don't forget your trophy streak, Lucy. Yes, it is ongoing, but it will come to an end tomorrow, sadly, because I won't be able to get a trophy on Saturday. And which will tie 26 to 26. KRP TV says, Lola, it's my first week back at work after my holiday in Devon. Oh, that sucks. I hope you didn't have too many emails to get through, or however much admin is required when you go on holiday. Highlight is watching Locking Down Lucy and seeing you laughing. Oh, well, thanks. I'm glad. Oh, Robert Wall says, highlight, this is my 100th Locking It Down with Lucy. Here's 100 more. How have you been calculating that? Well, thank you, Robert. That's very kind of you. Wow, 100. Did you start at episode 41? What did I talk about in episode 41, I wonder? I wonder. Jamie says, highlight, I saw my favourite band, Paramore, for the third time at the O2 last Thursday. Nice. Was that I Am the Doctor? It's always I Am the Doctor, unless it's I Am the Doctor in Utah. Dusty says, highlight, a Lucy postcard turned up today. I'm glad that got you so quickly. Lowlight trying to win at least 21 street races and sleeping dogs. Oh God, I don't even remember that, but I imagine it sucked. Why do I feel like I look the other way around today? Maybe because I look at myself on Teams and I look the other way around in Teams. I don't know. But yeah, I'm glad your postcard came. Unfortunately, there was one postcard that I haven't been able to send yet because I went to the post office today and Taffy wasn't there. I don't know if anybody knows that reference. I went to the post office today and the post office was shut at lunchtime. Now, isn't lunchtime the prime time that people go to the post office? What? I don't understand what whack hours the post office are running over here, but they're like pretending it's a Sunday in 1971 or something. We're living in the modern day, the post office, but they seem to be like, oh, you know what, I open at 9 o'clock. They live it on builders' hours. They open at 9 o'clock. They shut in the middle of the day, or they also decide to close at like 4:30, and guess what? They close early on a Saturday, and they're not even open on a Sunday. How is this modern living? I've got posts to send to people, all right? I'm in a globalised world. I've got global contacts that I've got to, clearly not speak to on the internet, but I have to actually post things to. Why are they... What's going on over there? Why hasn't the post office come out of the Middle Ages? Come join us in the 21st century. We've got Twitter run by Elon Musk. How does it get any worse? Maybe that's why they're still in the 1970s. Maybe it was more peaceful back then. So, yeah, let's hope. No, it's the one postcard that I haven't been able to send is one that needs to be sent outside of the country. So all of the UK ones were sent, but all of the others not. But I'm going to try and go to the post office at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Don't you worry about it. I'll be at the post office. I'll be there, scraping at the door, waiting to go in to send my postcard. You shan't deny me again, the postal service. Royal Mail, who takes forever to send anything to anybody. Right, let's read another one. Fabio, highlight, I went to a birthday party on Sunday and I'm doing a training in the area of administration. Nice. Lowlight, my sister broke her wrist while roller skating. Oh, we'll get well soon to your sister's wrist. I hope it's not a bad break. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like thinking about that. Whew. Let's see. Chris J says, highlight, got 2 new tattoos. Super pleased. Nice. What tattoos did you get? Is that too personal to ask? Mega Pork Chop Express says, highlight, in the process of moving house. Nice. Lowlight, in the process of moving a house. Yeah, I full-heartedly agree with that statement. Converge says, lowlight, taking my dog Trouble into the vet yesterday to get a hematoma removed from his ear. What's a hematoma? And him still being messed up from the anesthesia. Funny how I could read the word anesthesia, but not the first one. I hope your dog gets well soon. And yeah, it's always sad when dogs have to have like surgeries and stuff, or cats, because they don't understand what's happening. So yeah, it's sad, but you know, just give them lots of little strokes, lots of little cuddles, and I'm sure they'll be all right. I know what Phillow's lowlight of the week is his talk about his impending demise. Daniel says, highlight, Jedi Survivor coming out tomorrow. Oh yeah, that is tomorrow. Oh, who's getting that? Gil Romero says, Lola, I have to go to the dentist to get a filling. Do you know what? I'm sorry to hear that, but I hope it goes well. But you've reminded me that I feel like I need to go to the dentist. Look at these. I mean, it's okay, but I feel like I would like a nice, good clean. I've got a real issue that I didn't have 3 years ago. And I get lots of it's really frustrating. I think it's an old person thing. I think this is what happens. And maybe I do need to go to the dentist. But I now get things stuck in my teeth all the time. I'm like on high alert paranoia after every lunch. Like, is there something there? Is there something there? And you go, I need someone to be my wingman on teeth. You know, I never used to. I used to be carefree in the teeth department. But now I'm always under scrutiny. Potential problems could arise. It's awful. The perils of getting old. Highlight, I was in Brussels this week. Had a great time since PS3 Game in Scotland. Nice. Yes, I need the teeth duty. Phillow's Destiny's predicted on a streams poll. I know, right? Oh, of course, Bjorn. I will wish your cat, Scorpio, well in heaven. Scorpio, you were probably an awesome, amazing cat. Hope you're rocking it in heaven. Rest in power. Yeah. Maybe you'll meet Crash, my cat, and you'll all get on. Although Crash didn't really make friends with people. But sure, I'm sure it'll be fine. So yeah. I am in my early 30s, but it's an older person thing, I guess. Highlight being introduced to Fillow, a new character on the show. So let's see. It's not too personal. Some people, I watched a podcast once where someone was like, they don't show their tattoos because they don't want people stealing their tattoos, which I thought was interesting. One related to horror movies and one related to my philosophy in life, if that makes sense. That's cool. I like a good one with a personal story, the personal touch. God, I love how we only got to highlights and lowlights of the week. It's at 8:45 at night almost. I am actually 32, Smith. I know, can you believe it? I've been alive on the planet for 32 years. This is my 33rd year. Actually, it's not really. It's still my 32 year, but I will be 33. God, time just flies, doesn't it? That's why I've had that pillow for 23 years. Low, somebody abandoned a cat in a crate behind our house. I don't know what you do in that situation while wifey sleeps, because I always see cats sometimes walking around and I'm like, what's the protocol on that? When do you rescue it? And when is it just someone's cat who they just haven't put a collar on or something else? But hi, now they have a new key. Oh, I didn't read the full story. It cost $1,000 at the vet. Hi, I love him. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, God, gosh. I went through a range of emotions then. I felt super sad. And then I read and I was like, oh, gosh. Oh, well, that's super cool. What's the cat's name? What are you going to call them? No, I'm only 32. 33rd year, best year. Well, I do feel like I am having a very good year. Thank you for asking. It might be the best year for a long year. I don't know the last time I had a best year. I think my last best year was 2019. And then before that, my last best year, or was it 2018? 2019 or 2018. And then I think my last best year was probably 2004, 2005. So there was quite a gap of best years, but I'm glad now. My fortune teller told me I would get married with a 32-year-old. Nice. Well, yeah, I don't know what to say to that. Jamie says I'm getting 3 tattoos for my birthday next month. Nice. Robert Ward's best year was 2007. Cool. And 2015. Nice. What is the kitten called Kitten? That's cute. Right, so I don't know if I've spoken about. So my low of the week is also, apart from the Fillow thing, it's also the fact that it's just been raining like insane. It's really frustrating. I know I always moan about the weather, but I'm British. What do you want from me? I moan about the weather and try and pretend to be polite when I'm raging on the inside. That's been a pain in the ass. Of course, as I mentioned before, the Sims drive me up the wall, working from home. I'm going to have to work from home tomorrow probably because I have to catch a train. So that's going to be frustrating. Maybe I'll treat myself to a hot chocolate on the train. We shall see. But my highlight of the week, everybody, is, oh my God, I totally forgot, alert of the week. So did everyone in the UK get their alert at 3 o'clock on Sunday? We all sat around. Now I did film it, but unfortunately I didn't record any of the audio. So all you see is us going... But yeah, there was an emergency alert, but it was it was a test one, and everyone in the UK's phones went off and just went or something. Oh yeah, so if you don't live in the UK, you wouldn't have got it. But yeah, it was I'm fascinated by stories of everyone who was in public because I was just at home. Robert Wall says I was at work at Nisa and 20 phones went off at once. I say nice, but was that weird? I guess so. We debated all prisoners in jail having their hidden phone. Oh, yeah, that'd be funny. We'll turn it off in case they get the thing. It was playing a creepy part of Dredge. Nearly had a heart attack. Oh, you were playing that while the thing went off. Yes. So yeah, it was really weird. Like my sister was working at the shop that she works at, and she went and everyone's phones just went. No, in the cinema, you meant to have your phone turned off anyway. So I watched the snooker. As my mum and my brother were watching the snooker, and they took a pause, they took a break in play for everyone's phones to go. It's weird because they didn't all go off at the same time, and it went off 1 minute earlier than 3 o'clock. So that was rather interesting. What a fun Sunday activity that was. What a fun family get together. The emergency alert. But everybody, of course, my highlight of the week was my Fallout 76 shiny. I finally got it. We will talk about that in a hot sec. But I have another highlight of the week. You will be pleased to know that everyone, I took Luther to surgery, and Luther has now been updated, now been upgraded with a 1 terabyte hard drive. Let me hit you with clip of the week so you can see how it all went down. Hit it. So Luther, it's time. Today is the day, everyone. We're going to be upgrading Luther's capacity so that we can both play and enjoy more PS5 games and not have to keep deleting things. So I don't have to delete Elden Ring every time I install a new game because I've got to play Elden Ring at some point. So I do have with me the WD Black hard drive, SSD. That's what it is. I only got 1 terabyte because it was too expensive to get any more. These were super. So I'm going to give it a shot, try and, burn him up. And hopefully it should be quick and easy and painless. I have screwdrivers now. So pray for us. It's going to be okay, Luther. I am very afraid to do this. But I'll put appropriate lighting on so we can get it done. Alright, calling Dr. LudiXP. We're now prepped for surgery. Luther, hopefully you'll be okay. This is the stuff I'm actually worried about, which is the pulling off of the lid, because it just doesn't feel like it wants to go. Okay, moment of truth time. Oh. Wow, this is so poorly focused. Read speed, okay. It's been formatted, great. Well, everything seems in order here. Storage. Da-da! A whole 1 terabyte left to use. Look at all this stuff that I'm currently not using. Well, there we go. Mission complete. So that was when I installed my my hard drive. So now it was the surgery went well. Luther has made a full recovery back to his old self, but with more vigor. And yes, how many screwdrivers does it take to install a 1 terabyte SSD? It apparently does take about 15 to do it. I just didn't know how many required. I had to borrow some from my dad. My dad bought me a little set. And I will say, there was one tiny screw that was so tiny that I couldn't even get it, so it's not actually in. There's like one that you put in for safety to like keep the SSD in place. But I was like, I'll just tie the lid on like real tight to keep that in there. But yeah, it definitely wasn't as difficult as doing my PS4. The PS4 was a real like I was like, everybody clear the area. I did that whole thing, and that was super stressful because that was like a bit more technical pulling that out. Whereas this, it was like, it's a made thing. The hardest bit is 100% pulling off those like plates because it really feels like it doesn't want to go. So Luther has a screw loose. I mean, you have to have one to live here. I mean, otherwise how will you survive? Yeah, so pulling that off, it was like, it really feels like it kind of wants to break when you're doing it because it's like you're putting like a strain on it. And I had to watch the video on the PlayStation, I think the PlayStation YouTube channel, there's like a video on how to do it. You sort of like, but when it comes off, it's like, oh, it feels really good. And then it pops off. And then I realized how dusty it was on the inside. I was like, oh, so I gave Luther a little cleaned up his insides. Put his little case on, so it was pretty good. A bit like defusing a bomb. Yeah, that one was hard. So yeah, no, I'm living the high life now. See, the problem is that I, as someone who makes internet videos, I do save a lot of video footage on my PlayStation, which is why it gets like really like full up of like videos, and I use my media capture a lot. So now I've been able to reinstall God of War because I'm gonna play that someday. Maybe. I think the problem with God of War is that I actually have, like, if you go onto PlayStation.com, there's quite a few God of War pages, and all of them pretty much I've helped make. So I feel like I get my God of War fill from doing work. The funny thing is, I've actually found out quite a few spoilers of God of War because I've had to work on some of the stuff that's happening. I've laughed myself too much that I've gone and got myself all. So yeah, I will play. I mean, sometimes when I do those pages, I do think, oh God, I should play this game, but it will come back to me. So I've been able to reinstall God of War. I reinstalled The Quarry. Got a lot of space now to work with. So yeah, no, it does feel good. It feels freeing. I'm happy to have finally done that. So some people are also talking about that other storage thing. So let me just show you something. So I do have this external hard drive here. This is what all my PS4 games are on. So and I've got it set so that PS4 games will only go to this. And now I've got 2 terabytes of internal storage for my PS5 games and my media gallery. Now, I did only go for 1 terabyte, even though I would have loved to have gone for 2. I went for 2 when I upgraded my PS4. But for the PS5, I think I really needed... well, I would love to have more, but it was just too expensive. It was like 200 and something. I was just like... I don't know. I just couldn't... Even though I'd have loved to have that much space, it just felt like a lot of money to drop. So maybe I just thought I'd be a bit more mindful and try and, keep a tidy house on the PS5. So I implore you, if you haven't done it yet, it will change your life if you need more space. And it really isn't as hard. Like, that whole process took me 30 minutes, probably 20 if I had done it right, because I had to call in a friend to help technical. So I was like, help me make sure I don't break my PlayStation. So if I knew what I was doing, I didn't have 15 screwdrivers to muck about with, I could have done it in 20 minutes. That is true. You could always add more later. But then how are you moving all that stuff that you've got saved? Oh, I guess you're only saving the stuff on it, I guess. What was the SSD purchase? Can you show the box? Oh, I don't know if I still have the box. I might have thrown it away, but it was the WD Black SSD. If you rewind the clip, I think I showed it to the camera, but I don't think I have the box with me anymore, sadly. But It's the one that PlayStation recommends you buy, because I'm not buying some third-party bullshit out there. I'm buying, well, even though it is, I'm buying the one that, you know, Sony's told me I should buy. So that is that is you know, a good. So I'm ready to live my best PS5 life. Just focus on finishing games, so there won't be too much need for reinstall unless it's Forbidden West. How many times am I going to have to uninstall and reinstall Forbidden West? I might uninstall it and just burning shores to the ground. We're burning the shores to the ground. Woo! We got Aloy shooting frogs. That didn't really quite work. Did anyone know that? Oh, this game makes me batshit crazy. We're gonna play the PlayStation. Burning shores. I've just lost the song. Yes, burn it down. Or it must be burn it down. But you have the Plat. No need to play more Horizon. Exactly. Why am I doing it to myself? I don't know. For pure punishment. This Fanta is so good. God, I underestimate the powers of a good orange Fanta. So yeah, now I can play, what is it? Now I can play about 10, maybe 10 games is pushing it. Might be able to install 10 PS5 games on my PlayStation. Get me. When are you starting Resident Evil 6? I have installed it because it was on the spring sale. I'm waiting for the mysterious co-op partner to be ready to play, and then we shall play. Also, I really need to finish Resident Evil 4. So let's move on to what am I playing, because I've realised, God, is this the latest we've ever done clip of the week? Like, we're at 10 to 9 already the show. Every time I do the show, I'm like, oh, I've not got much to say this week. But if I hadn't spent so much time crying over a pillow, maybe we would have got there quicker. Thank you, Converge, for gifting 5 LudiXP memberships. Appreciate it. I will call out the people as and when they show up, but that's very kind of you. Maybe we'll be able to have a new emote. One of the latest clips of the week for sure. Exactly. I shift things around the show. So I have been playing Resident Evil 4, as I said at the top of the show. I'm trying to get the platinum in it. I'm on my 3rd playthrough now. I completed playthrough 1. I did assisted with no heals. And now I'm doing professional. I don't know, I feel like I've messed it up in my mind. I don't really know what I'm doing anymore because I missed one treasure on the village. So I'm like trying to do the playthrough, trying to get that one treasure that I missed, but also trying to be quick. I've got the infinite rocket launcher. I have the primal knife, so I can, which means it's infinite. I'm just going to finish this playthrough and hope for the best. Maybe I'm going to have to make myself do another playthrough, but I think next run I am going to, I've got so many saves, it's like it's like real like arithmetic's happening over here. Next save I'm going to play through the game, and I will do it on assisted and do my knife and handgun only. So I don't know, and then I'm going to have to figure out all of my hard playthroughs, and then that you need to do professional without the infinite rocket launcher. I'm dreading the Del Lego fight because it was already difficult as it was on professional normal. The treasure I was missing was in the village because I just missed it when I had to replay a chapter, annoyingly. So I am just about to go to chapter 5, I believe now. About to end chapter 4. So yeah, the game is surprisingly quick, but I don't know how many times I'm really going to be able to replay it until I start to get a bit fatigued. I would love to just get that Plat so I can move on to Resident Evil 6. But I think I might have to take a break and play something else. What that is, I don't actually know, because I feel like I was on a good run of like playing Fallout 76, playing Resident Evil 4, playing W2K23. I don't really have another game right now, so I don't know. There's something comforting about always having a game to return to. I could go back to Hogwarts Legacy, I guess. So yeah, that's how that's progressing. Best to get it done while you're in the rhythm. Yeah, maybe that is best to get it done whilst I'm just, but it's starting to get a little, you know, I'm getting a little annoyed. At least we've got, you know, all the bonuses. I put on Leon's jacket. I'm not into Star Wars, so I probably won't play Jedi Survivor. I'll see. Maybe I need a small bite. No, you know what I need to play? I need to work on my Platinum Grand Slam. Oh, don't be silly. Why would I play Elden Ring? It's only the game I was most excited to play, and for some reason just keep putting it off. I do have to go back to Sekiro, to be fair, and I do need to work on my Plat Grand Slam. So I guess the next game I might play is either Spyro, or I might play, although I am going to be away for most of May. Oh, I know the next game I'm playing. I'm going to play Astrobot. I'm going to get that PlayStation VR Plat. Oops, I just realized my mic's really far away. We're gonna play Astrobot, my friends. We have 1 week. I only got 1 week to play Astrobot. So we'll see if I can do it in a week, in a couple of days. I'm going to visit a friend and they have a VR. So I was like, can you help me? They're also a trophy hunter, so they're into it. I was like, can you help me get the platinum? And they were like, yes. So that's what we should be doing. I shall not be playing Crash 4 any day. And I'll burn in hell before I complete the Burning Shores. I'll tell you that. So we'll see. But let us talk about platinum number 150. It only took me, when did I get platinum 100? I got that in 2020. So 3 years later, it took me 3 years to get 50 more platinums. I wonder if it'll take me 3 more years. I've definitely slowed down this year. So here it is. It happened. It was meant to be Resident Evil 4. But I changed plans because I realised like it was holding me up. Trying to get Resident Evil 4 as my 150. It meant I wasn't really playing anything else. And having this platinum that me and the mysterious co-op partner were working on, we were just getting so close to it. And I didn't want to have to put a pin in it and then be like, well, I can't. We wanted to get the platinum at the same time. So it was like, you know what? We'll just do it together or not at all. So we did it. And now it feels like a weight has been lifted. I can platinum whatever I want. I can play Resident Evil at my own leisure. When did I get my 50th? I don't actually know when I got my 50th, to be honest. I'd have to look that up. I'll look that up. So here's the moment when I got the platinum. Here is so you can enjoy. Now, of course, for the safety and protection of the mysterious co-op partner, I have blurred them out. You'll see why in a second. Please enjoy this quick clip of me getting the PlayStation.
There's no such thing as too many pumpkins. Oh, is it happening? Oh, ground zero! Oh, I got it. Do we all get it?
Okay, so it turns out that I got platinum 50 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I got my 50th. So I guess it does kind of... What? Imogen's calling me out here. You still have... You still have Fillow. Oh my god, Imogen knows the truth. Imogen knows. So, yeah, what we did, we kept the be in the middle of a nuke blast zone as our final trophy because we thought that would be fun. No longer mysterious, surely, now that we know the co-op partner is Fillow! Expose the mysterious co-op partner is Fillow! Yeah, so we thought it would be funny to get naked and get the plat. Me, the mysterious co-op partner, and the other woman, and we all celebrated in true fashion, as you would all expect us to. So, how did I get the platinum for Fallout 76? I hear you not ask. Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you my experience of playing the game. This is the final review, probably the final time I'm going to talk about this game. I know I bored your ears off with it. So I got the platinum in, I was meant to move this screenshot over, but trust me, I did it in 65. Actually, hang on a minute. Oh god, Imogen's really exposing me here. You want me to get rid of this, Imogen? It's quite, look, it's got a little wiggle to him. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. God. Let's talk about video games, all right? Not expose me for my poor choice in bed accessories. The poll says no. The poll says no. Yeah, 65% of you are saying keep Fillow. Only 35% say no. So... the Fillow is flubber. It's a bit like flubber. Right, I might actually cut this section out, everybody, as a standalone video. So I'm really sorry if you see this uploaded again. I hope you understand. So I'm gonna be focused now. I'm gonna do the thing focusly. Okay. Fillow should Fillow be wriggling on his own? The discoloration looks like Fillow wet himself. No. All right, we're starting now. Alright, so this is how I got the platinum for Fallout 76. I'm going to tell you my experience and some of the tips and tricks that I did to get it because I managed to do it in 65 hours. I know, sounds crazy because it's a super grindy game being an online service game, but I think with my tips, I can help you guys get it in potentially less than 65 hours from my learning. So I'm going to just tell you my experience at first. So the game, as we've talked about when I've reviewed it in the past, it's a strange game. It's like an online co-op game, except the game doesn't really lend itself very well to co-op. In an interesting turn of events, you can't actually play the game properly with other people, or the main story at least. So this is where I made my first mistake. So we booted up the game, me and the serious co-op partner. We had to do the beginning of the game by ourselves, so we made our character. And then when we got to the real world together, we're like, hooray, we're in the real world together. Let's go do the first mission. And off we trotted to the first mission, like happy little campers. And as soon as we got to the door, it was like, boop, boop, enter solo, boop, boop, enter as a team. And I was like, okay, what does this mean? So we entered as a team, and what we discovered is there are certain missions in the story that only one person can progress and the other person cannot. So if you want to do the whole game together properly, you will have to play some of these missions twice. So when I did it, I was kind of like helping the mysterious co-op partner get their mission done, but I still had to do the mission because I couldn't talk to any of the people, because in the new update they added like actual humans, but I couldn't really participate in the conversation. I couldn't really see what was happening. I just had to watch it play out. So that was like... So then I tried to play some of it myself, and I was kind of like, I just wasn't vibing with it. It was really difficult. I was just getting killed all the time. I just felt like the game was just destroying me, even though I was trying to follow the path of the main story. And I think that is where the problem lies. This is not how you play Fallout 76. If you're in it purely for the platinum, the real game starts at level 50, I was told. And I did discover when I hit the faithful level 50, it was like the whole game changed. In fact, I was actually able to play it. I wasn't just a little squishy piece of rubbish now, wandering, blowing around the wasteland like a twig ready to be smashed at any moment. So that was my experience. Once I then decided to myself, I don't like this game. I'm here for the plat. The actual enjoyment of the game changed, because now, as a trophy hunter, I know people thinking like, oh, why did you do it, blah, blah, blah. But actually, I found enjoyment out of trying to get the platinum, which I guess some of you may know. So we started to come up with a plan. What's the most efficient way to do it? How can we knock out these trophies? How can we make the grind better? And we came with this whole thing. Let me show you the action plan, because come with me now on a journey through time and space, ladies and gentlemen, to the world of the internet. The internet, come with me to the internet. The internet, here we go. And here we go. So this was the Fallout 76 plan that we came up with together. In order to make this and as you see, some of this didn't quite go to plan. We changed things along the way. So we had the roadmap task, we had the description, we had the status. So let me also get my notes up. So I sort of followed this, and as you can see, we went for ongoing and, you know, clicked done on some of them. And these were like all the trophies that I had missing. And once we started doing this, things became much smoother. So this may not be relevant to you, all of this stuff. This was kind of more like relevant to the build that we were trying to create. Because the first thing is, I'm not very good at building characters. It's just one of the things I'm just not good at in video games, whereas some people got a real like knack for it. So the mysterious co-op partner was like, okay, we need to build your character in a certain way. In fact, we didn't actually do this build in the end. We need to find these terminals, we need to find this and, you know, finish these missions, hit this, and then once we get to this, we did that, and then we got the plat. So that was how we did the plan, and we've had great enjoyment trying to sort that out. So I'm now going to give you my top tips to platinum Fallout 76. Oh, Platinum Bro says, hey buddy, hey, how's it going? It's going well, thank you, and thank you very much, appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by. I'll see you tomorrow. So here are my top tips to platinum Fallout 76 in 76 hours or less. In fact, the mysterious co-op partner thinks that we could do it in 50. Am I Chad? Woo. Nice. Thank you. Chads look like this, right? Ding. Something like that. Will you do the Fallout 76 DLC? I'll answer all questions in writing at the end of the segment. Thank you. Right, tip number one. Play with a partner/friend. Not only will this help you from the infinite boredom and frustration that this game will give by having someone to talk to, it's also very helpful for other things, because firstly, you should be always playing in a team for XP boosting. If you're in a team, you start bonding. Now it's funny because it's the only game that where you don't really actually play with other people, but you form this team. I guess it's like being in a family. You're always united and bonded together through this strange familial, you know, pomp and circumstance. But when you're actually together, you're bonding. You're all building the bonding points. The more bonding points you have, the more XP you get. The more people you have in your team, which I think is like 4, you get even more. Now you should be in a casual team as well, because the casual team will also give you more points. Now, the other thing to look for in a mysterious co-op partner, this is how you find your mysterious co-op partner, it's now dating advice. You also want them to be experienced. Because it helps. So as you know the story. The mysterious co-op partner went off and cheated on me with some other woman. Disaster. But actually, it came around in my favor, because when we patched things up, the mysterious co-op partner was way ahead in the game. So what they did me a solid. They were like, look, Lucy, I can fast travel you to the locations on the map that you need to go to, so you don't have to walk there. That saved a ton of time. So every time I had a mission, I was like, I need to go to this place. They would fast travel there. Then I would fast travel to them, which was free. So I wasn't spending caps. And then also shortening the space of the journey. Also, what made it helpful, actually, the mysterious co-op partner also played this game on Xbox. I don't know why did they do that? They got the achievements and then they also did it again on PlayStation. Weird. So they knew the game very well. So we would fast travel to the place. I would do the mission. They would know how the mission played out. So they would also help me be like, oh, I think you need to go this way and that way. So that helped cut down time. The other thing as well, you might need your co-op partner to also help you with some of the PvP trophies. There's not many of them. There's only a few to like revive people, down people. There's like 3 in total. Simple, easy. So that is my tip number 1. Tip number 2 is the longest part is going to be that grind to 100, level 100. Now it's not as bad. Old Lucy's done the grind a few times. Let me tell you, I've been around that grind block. Some of them are good, some of them bad. This one, mediocre. I've done much worse grinds than this. Obviously helpful for the fact that you do get XP. If you're doing these tips, you will get XP more, but I can tell you grinds where it felt much longer than this. So we ended up building my character around intelligence. We bumped up my intelligence to 15 because you get more XP for having a better brain. You're absorbing more of the information, I guess, in the game. So do that. That will help you get more XP to get to level 100 faster. Tip number 3, I also rolled that into the playing as a team. That was my tip number 3, sorry. I've blown it. Tip number 4, missions to look out for. Okay, we're still on the XP grind here, so there are certain missions that are going to give you more or less XP than others. So I'm going to shout out the ones that you're going to want to do. You're going to want to do one called Test Your Metal. That one's really good because you have to fight a bunch of robots. These will give you big XP, especially if you're in a team. Moonshine Jamboree, A Colossal Problem, Scorched Earth, and the one with the massive mole, which I can't remember what it is. Oh, so all of those, if they pop up on the map and there seems to be people, and a lot of people will join because a lot of people quite high know what they're doing, you get in there. Now here's the real tip. The tip is just put a shot in every enemy you can see. You don't need to kill the enemy, just get a shot on it and you will get points for the kill. You will get XP points. So I would like turn up to these things and be the worst person ever because I would just go around being like, get a shot on the thing, get a shot on every sort of enemy I could find possible because you've got to stack them points. So yeah, don't worry about killing, just get those XP points. That is tip number 4. Also, if you're, well, there's another tip coming up. Tip number 5 is do the loop. Do the loop-de-loop and pull, and your shoes are looking cool. Now this will help you with getting these collectibles and sort of like this is what I did. I did this ritual, the loop, in order to get my collectibles and to get my XP going as well. So I would always start or end every session going to sleep, so I was well rested, so that when you're well rested you get more XP points, all about those XP points. You would then play an instrument to be well tuned, because that would also get you points, and then you're ready to start your full out day. You also have to go to the White Springs and sort out your admin bullshit. So after you've done those things, I would then go around to certain points on the map to do the loop, to see what I could find, because in the game, collectibles kind of spawn at random. So you're looking for bobbleheads, you're looking for magazines. A magazine? What happened? You're looking for terminals, and you're looking for lockpicks. I think those were the 4 that you need to do. So there are certain places that I would go to every day on my loop. Now you can find these like around the world, anywhere pretty much, but you would go to known places. So for me, I would wake up in the morning and I would go to Camden Park. Camden Park had 2 locks potentially. There was a potential for a bobblehead to pop. There was a potential for a magazine to pop. So you would go there, look for that. Anything there? Nope. Move on to the next one. I would go to the lighthouse. That also had a terminal there, a safe, and a potential for a bobblehead. Now, not all of these come all the time. And then you would go to the teapot, which could also spawn a bobblehead and a magazine. I would then go to the treatment plant for the hacking. The hacking terminal one is the one that's going to take you the longest, because if a terminal has been hacked in the world, if any of these collectibles have already been picked up in the world, you ain't getting them. So go around to get your loop to check, and then if you do that every day, you will slowly build. And that's what I literally did every morning. I would just do my loop, and then eventually it built up. A good place to also get a good lockpick and a cheeky terminal is go to the White Springs Mall, and you can go to the general manager's office. And I was always unlocking the general manager's door and getting into his computer. And he must have been like, Janice, why does someone keep opening my door and finding all my emails? I told you, Benny, you gotta make sure you get a bit of password. But how do they do it all the time? Have you used special characters? Well, I always do. Have you used a capital letter? Is it 12 characters long? I would be in there all day looking at his emails. So that is number 5. Find your loop and do it every day. Yes, it's the Civilization, a magazine. What happened? I heard a lot of those songs, a lot. Okay, number 6, when you're on the collectibles loop, put the collectibles card on. There's like a special card that you can get, and it will make a sound when you are near bobbleheads and make a sound when you are near magazines because they're kind of hard to see. So that will help direct you in the right place. Tip number 7. If you have done all of these, there's nothing else going on. You log onto the game, you've done your loop, nothing good is popping in the experience. You know, you've done what you can, or your co-op partner's not there. You can get a few things for quick XP. So I would do a White Springs Ghoul run. So that would also be part of my loop. So once I'd finished doing all my admin for the day, and I had nothing else I wanted to do, I would head over to the White Springs Golf Club and I would go and clear out all the ghouls in that place. There's like a bunch of ghouls. You can also find a magazine there. Or 2, I think there was 2 sometimes that spawn. I'd go there, clear them out, good XP for killing things, and then then I'd be done. You can do a daily ops too. Daily ops would also be very good. So those are my tips for getting the plat efficiently, effectively. I'd say don't bother about the story until you get a higher level. Like, the story literally means nothing to the game. Like, you don't have to do it when you're, you know, fresh and, you know, bushy, bright-eyed and tailed out of the vault. You can just come back and do it when you're more well-equipped to take on the enemies. And then obviously use the fast travel and have someone that knows what the fuck's going on, because a lot of the time I was like, the overseer was just like, I remember when there were ice cream trucks, wah, 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 don't launch a nuke. Lady, I've seen nukes launched all over the place. Don't tell me what I can't do. Finally, for those of you who have asked about the DLC, the mysterious co-op partner is trying to work on the DLC. I have declined to get airborne anymore and go to the fucking pit. They have said it's not worth it. If you want 100%, it is super grindy getting the 100% on the DLC. And it's mainly because of the pit, where you have to collect these stamps in order to get an axe to kill all these trogs. And apparently he's gonna have to get airborne like 80 more times. And is it really worth it? I don't think so. I think they have a problem and they may need to go and seek help to stop going to the pit. But yeah, it feels like it's just extra game for extra. If you like the game, by all means, go on and your merry way and get the 100%. But I think I shall be parting ways with Fallout 76. I got my plat. I thought it was an interesting experience to be part of this live service game, to see what it was all about. Whilst, you know, I didn't enjoy the game, I did enjoy the thrill of the plat. And I suppose that's what at the core is what trophy hunting is about sometimes. Like, I know I moaned about it, I know I bitched about how the game was structured and whatever, but I did actually get a real sense of satisfaction having my list and putting it together. They're playing Forza or Gran Turismo up there. God, I'm obviously being clearly annoying. I did really enjoy putting my plan together and seeing it through and seeing progress happen and ticking it off the list and being like, yes! So there we go. Those are my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tips for platinuming Fallout 76. Hopefully anybody out there found that useful to your experience. And let me know how long it takes you and if you plan on getting the plat at all. Right, that's all I've got. So let's move on to what people are saying in the Chie double act. God, he's really turned up the sound on his driving game that he's playing. You're lucky you got to launch a nuke as a team. I gave up on doing the final mission of launching the nukes. It's basically impossible solo. It is. See, that's what I'm saying. The game is pretty impossible. At least you can say you have all the Fallout Platinums. That's pretty cool. Oh my god, I never thought about that. That is a cool stat. Wow, I wonder how many other franchises I have all the plats for. Not many. I think this might be far and few. Did you quit the pit? I have quit the pit. He's trying to, yeah, well, good luck, because I always have to drown the noise from upstairs, and it's not so easy, my friend, not so easy. I'm actually missing one Uncharted game, because there's like a Fight for Fortune game, which you can't get anymore, because that game doesn't exist on the store. It's like a card game, it's a bit kind of rubbish, so I can't really say that I have that. So I forgot entirely what I was saying. I have 100% on all the Assassin's Creed. Nice. Put Fillow on your head to drown out the noise. Oh, maybe. I don't know. One of my friends on episode had 100% and he played for like 600 hours. I don't think it's worth. Yes, that was what I saw. I quit the pit. It's not that fun. It's very repetitive, and the pit's just a bad location. It's not a great location. Have I parted ways with a serious co-op partner? Not yet. Me and the serious co-op partner like getting these platinums together. It's quite fun. So we are probably going to play Resident Evil 6 together at some point, and maybe Neo 2. Neo 2 might be a good shout to play. So that's me and the mysterious co-op partners co-oping plans. I guess it's quite cool to have a dedicated co-op camaraderie so we can knock out these plats together. So yeah, that has been pretty fun. Oh, very good. Harpo speaks. Do I have the Fallout Shelter plat? I do not. Do I need that to complete my set? I probably do, you know. Damn. Neo games are awesome co-op games. Okay, maybe I will definitely play that next. I do have all the Quantic Dreams Platinum, so maybe that's my claim to fame. God, I'm going to have to play Fallout Shelter now, aren't I? That's another game that's like kind of long and you have to check in on it every day. Do I want to do that? I did actually play Fallout Shelter a bit on my PC, heaven forbid. Yeah, I did some PC gaming once upon a time for like 2 months, and that was one of them. Actually, I have this too. I have all of the infamous trophies, great games. I have that. Robert Watts is my best friend, is my dedicated co-op partner, has been for 8 years. That's really cute if it's what you're saying it is. That'd be cool. I need a co-op partner that accepts Fillow. You have all the Mass Effect plats, not Andromeda though. Andromeda is the one I'm missing. Could you fit Fallout Shelter into your Grand Slam plat? Potentially, but it is only a PS4 game, so it's not something that's particularly difficult, or, you know, I've got to look more in those harder areas like the PS1 or the PSVR and PS2. So yeah, that's that adventure. Done and dusted. Right. Is there... Fillow looks like you'd find something you'd find out in the wasteland. Justice for Fillow! I think that is everything I have to say about Fallout 76. So, as for what else I'm up to, it is not playing Burning Shores. It's obviously continuing on with Resident Evil 4. I have been watching the new series of Agretzko Series 5, which has been... it's been alright. I don't like her boyfriend Hyder. And a lot of this show, now that he's her boyfriend, revolves around him, and I was never like into him, and so I don't know. I think I'm only 2 episodes away from the end, but I'm just not vibing with the storyline as much. But it still is funny, and I do enjoy it. But it's just like when it's a storyline that I'm not too into. No. And then the other thing I started watching was I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, South Africa, which it's fine. It's got a different vibe to it because it's pre-recorded. I don't know, I kind of just put it on whilst oh god, this was the best, everyone, this was the best. So, as you guys know, I don't have a real TV, so I don't have sound. But when I'm watching I'm a Celebrity, I have to watch it on my laptop. So guess what I do? I crank that son of a bitch up so everyone has to wear Ant and Dec talking about people eating dicks. Woohoo! That's how I get my sweet revenge in the evening. You want to hear boom, 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 wow, wow. Yeah, I hear your TV all the time. So that's what I've been watching, really. Your favourite show, The 100, was on ITV Player. Really? Wow. I don't know if I like the lost seasons, though. I kind of don't know if I need to watch them again or want to watch them again. I need to find out a way to watch Heroes. That's what I need to watch next. And I need to find out a way to watch Yellow Jackets Season 2, because Yellow Jackets is on Paramount Plus, but I don't know what the fuck Paramount Plus is. So I might wait until the series is over and maybe do the 7-day trial so I can watch it. Because I don't want to just pay for it and wait for the whole end. No, Doctor Who is my favourite show. Well, I don't know where these rumours are coming from. I'll tell you something, Lucy. Those Bush Sugar trial drinks look more appetizing than the drink you had last week. Yeah, I know. That was absolutely horrific. Fast forward to next year when you want to get your completion percentage up. So, yeah. Okay, everyone, I'm on a mission to get my completion up, so I'm having to go back to Burning Shores. Boom! It might happen. Hey, everyone, guess who's back? I'm reinstalling Horizon Forbidden West again. Boom! The real reason why I bought a hard drive was to do this again. You've seen me play the game. I'm awful at it. I'm rubbish. I cannot give any tips or do anything. I don't think Heroes is on BBC iPlayer. I think they took it off. I'll have to double check. Life of, is that Mook says, would you recommend the Red Dead Redemption 2 plat? I don't know if I can say recommend, to be honest. Like, it depends how much you like the game. If you like the game a lot, then yeah. Like, I don't regret getting the plat, but it wasn't like there were bits that wasn't great. The online was just poor. But it is nice to have. Like, I am very proud of that one. So recommend no, but if you enjoy doing it, you will feel, I suppose, somewhat rewarded at the end, I guess. Next year's goal would be play Elden Ring. God, I do feel bad that I've got a backlog. It's just tough. Like, I'm in a real trophy mood at the moment. I do feel like with the Souls games, whilst I love them a lot, they do put me in like a like you have to take a step back. You're not earning trophies because they're very, very big, in-depth games that take time and stuff. And also, I have been in the right frame of mind to play those games because they take a lot of effort and energy. Like, I have actually been waking up super early recently. I've been waking up like 6 o'clock to play Resident Evil 4 and then obviously do my my Fallout 76 nonsense. So that's been pretty good. So I can't play games when I'm tired. I just get too angry. So that happens quite a lot. I've played Red Dead Redemption 2 story 5 times, never touched the online part. Just seems like it's no fun at all. God, I do really want to play Red Dead Redemption 2 again. Oh, okay, never played Days Gone. Can you convince me to play it one minute? Okay, all right, you know what? I'm going to rise to the challenge. I mean, okay, 1 minute. I'll put 1 minute on the clock for you, Dusty. Am I going to convince you to play? I like this. Let's do a 1 minute challenge. Give me 1 minute to sell you on something. Right, where is the timer? Okay. 1 minute to sell Dusty B70 on playing Days Gone. All right, Days Gone, why you should play it. It's an open world game set in an apocalypse, but they're not zombies, they're freakers. If you like open worlds and you like motorbikes, it's a fun game to drive around in. There's a bit of survival stuff to it where you're crafting stuff and you have to work out the best routes and that makes sure you've got enough gas and then fix stuff. And the freakers, whilst they are not as exciting as they were perceived to be, they are still an interesting threat that you can take down in interesting ways if you have the right equipment. There are good weapons, actually. Their weapons are quite fun to mess about with, clearing out all the stuff. The story isn't great, but there were some sections and some characters that I did really enjoy, and the maps were pretty cool. The motorcycle driving was probably my favorite part, and exploring some of the because it's slightly different. It's Oregon, right? The story is very long, but if you do like open world games, collectathons, and just, driving around, ticking things off the map, it was a very, cathartic platinum to get. It wasn't too difficult. The best part of the game, the highlight though, is when you get those big hordes where you get to actually plan out how you want to take them down. You set the traps and then you set them up and you run back, because sadly there wasn't enough of those. I think if there was more, it would be good. And the ending had a nice, interesting cliffhanger, but they didn't actually see through because there's not going to be another game. So there you go. I hope that has helped you decide whether or not you would like to play Days Gone. Does anyone else want to give me another 1 minute challenge? I think that's how we're going to end the show, with a 1 minute challenge of why you should. Okay, let's call it why you should play in 1 minute. We're flying it now. Okay, give me another one. I'm going to do why you should play X game in 1 minute. Give me a game and I'll tell you why you should play it in 1 minute. I hope you understood the rules of this game, because I only just went through it like a billion times. Oh my god, I'm doing this one first. I've seen another good one. Chris J says, convince me to watch Doctor Who. All right, we're in for a treat here. Okay. Why you should watch Doctor Who in 1 minute. Doctor Who is such an exciting adventure through time and space. Every week can be a different adventure. I feel the Doctor is a very wholesome character that you can get to know and love. The same with the companions. Every week is different. Maybe not every week is good, and maybe some weeks are better than others, but I just like how the show has parameters to do anything and everything. It's got wholesome, good life experiences that I always like to think back on. Like, the Doctor's a good character. They gave him 2 hearts instead of 1 because he's caring. He wants to look after, or he or she, look after the planet. There's adventures and aliens, and the creativity that goes into it is all really exciting. And, you can just watch them out of order because they're all standalone stories pretty much. So you can just put one on. It always puts me in a good mood because there's always something to smile about, or something to be intrigued about, or something that'll leave you thinking. It's just, I love the heritage of the bit. I like all the, the really good acting. The music is amazing as well. It's just a good, wholesome time, and it's family show. So you get, as I said, different things happening all the time. But when it's good, it's super good. And it's my show that just makes me happy. It makes me smile. I've got a lot of good memories associated to it, and I just think it's a really nice TV show that you can just enjoy and relax and watch. There we go. That is why you should watch Doctor Who in 1 minute. Hopefully I got it through. Anthony says Fillow ? Are we going to tell Anthony about Fillow? Let's do another one. Oh, Jazzy says why you should play Mass Effect in 1 minute. Why you should play Mass Effect in 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. You should play Mass Effect because it is an exciting adventure in space. It's got really good characters that are really fleshed out, and you really want to get to know them. You also get to bang some aliens if you're into that stuff. You don't have to. It's up to you. It's your choice, it's yours. But yeah, the characters are really fleshed out. The world, oh my god, the music in the first one as well. I think it's just so cool, the creativity that went into building this whole space place, also known as space, and this epic adventure that spans over 3 games. No other game has done it before, no other game has done it since, where you play as Commander Shepard and your actions actually do matter and carry out throughout the game, and you see the consequences of things that you did in the first game in the third game. It's like watching your favorite TV series as a box set. You're playing it all once. If you've not played the game, you can get the Legendary Edition. It's It's like binge watching on Netflix. Every time you play it, you're going to meet someone else, go on a different adventure, do this different character, and it's an epic save the world adventure at the end. It's not just about the characters, also the story is really good, and the gameplay is pretty fun as well if you like shooting. Probably the weakest part, but it's an epic space-time adventure that I would highly, highly recommend because you will have a good time and it is super fulfilling. And don't listen to people that moan about the ending because I think the adventure that gets you there is better. Bam! Time up. I thought that was hopefully why you should play Mass Effect in 1 minute. You shouldn't need to convincing to play Mass Effect. I didn't even talk about Garrus. Oh, why you should watch Locking It Down with Lucy in 1 minute? Okay, let's see. Why should you watch this? Is this going to be my new trailer? This is why you should watch Locking It Down with Lucy in 1 minute. Locking It Down with Lucy is a show where Lucy, sits here and talks about things that are on my mind every Thursday, sometimes Friday, depending on what's going on. I don't know why people are watching it, but hopefully you enjoy hanging out because there's things that I want to talk about, whether it's in the realm of video games or TV shows or music or just random life incidents that are happening to me. But I need to tell the talk to somebody, and it's nice to be able to talk to it with all you guys out there and get involved in the chat. We sometimes play games, we sometimes sing songs. Actually, we sing songs quite a lot. But I just hope it's a good time, a good way to chill out on a Friday afternoon, evening, morning, wherever. You can also watch it on the VOD. You don't have to get involved, but I'd love you to get involved if you on the live show. And we can always have a laugh together, hopefully. That's the real crux of Locking It Down with Lucia. It's just to have a good time and to talk about things and to get together with everybody. And yeah, I just hope that I can make someone smile or laugh or something. I guess that's the real bones of the show. So if you're interested, you can, chat to me, I guess, I suppose, through the medium of the internet. But that is why you should watch Locking It Down with Lucy, so you can get your opinions and talk to me about it, and I'll talk to you about it, and we all go around like cuckoo cuckoo, like the Beatles song. I've run out of things to say about the show now. I think hopefully people enjoy watching it. Thank you for still watching it. Okay, that is why you should watch Locking It Down with Lucy in 1 minute. Let's see. Any more? Anyone got any way that they want to twist the narrative slightly? 1 minute to convince people. I'm going to play... Okay, Jamie. Okay, I like this one. Jamie says, I'm going to play Control as part of my backlog. Sell me on it. Okay, I think I've got an interesting story to tell on this. Why you should play Control in 1 minute. You should go back to Control and give it another chance because I did, and guess what? I actually enjoyed it and was surprised. So Control is a very different type of game, and I wasn't too sure about it, but it takes a little while to get into. I found it difficult because I didn't really care about the story that was really happening, but actually the gameplay is pretty solid, and what's going on is not really that important. But I had a good time exploring all the places and finding out all the weird things. It's like totally a different type of game, and even though it can be difficult, as I said, to get into, I think you really got to give it a chance, and it will show you, and you'll have a really good time. Especially, I actually liked all the weapons, and when you start to get more powerful, that's when the gameplay really starts to shake it up, because you've got more telekinesis stuff, you've got more weapons to do, and that's when the game really opens up and becomes way more fun, in my opinion. I wasn't too sold on the characters or what was really going on, but as I said, the exploration, some of those side missions were quite interesting because everything is what's going on here, all the supernatural stuff. You don't get many supernatural games, so for that reason, I thought it was quite cool to play something different that you don't normally play. Plus, you can take some really cool photo modes. I've seen a lot of people doing it, so that's why you should give Control another chance and why you should play it. Hopefully that was good enough. Whew. I don't have a TV to have named it, but I did say one of my goals this year was to get a TV, so we'll see if that happens. Right, I'm going to do one more. Can you do why I should avoid becoming a trophy hunter in 1 minute? Why I should avoid? Okay, this is the last one. Why you should avoid becoming a trophy hunter? Okay, 1 minute on the clock. Let's go. You should avoid becoming a trophy hunter because look at me. Look what it's done to me. I now feel like I can no longer play in games without any sense of achieving anything unless something shiny pops up and gets added to my profile. I feel like I can't play Nintendo games because if I play them and I have no record that they have been played, have I even played them? Is it a waste of my time? Whilst it is satisfying to have a goal and objective to work towards, maybe it isn't the best way to play and experience video games in hindsight. Have I been taken over by the metagame? I think so. Maybe it would free me if I didn't have this. Maybe I would play more games. Maybe I would play less games. Maybe I would broaden my horizons to play different games. I don't know. But then maybe I would miss a part of what I enjoy about gaming now, what has come to it. I don't know. But I think there are some times where some trophies, it's just not worth the effort that you put in. Like some are very frustrating. Like right now, would I really be getting really annoyed at trying to beat a game in the hardest difficulty? Would I even play games in the hardest difficulty if there wasn't a trophy? Probably not. I would live an easier life and move on. Maybe I would have more time to play more games if I didn't stick with them. So maybe that's why you should free yourself of the burden of trophy hunting and just play what you want to play and do what you want to do for a happier life. Maybe that was, yeah. I agree. It definitely does. Fallout 76. Ooh, you should do a semester on this. God. Yeah, don't make my mistakes, kid. It's tough. Okay, everyone. That has been Locking It Down with Lucy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, everyone who gave a super chat or a super sticker. I appreciate it. It was really cool. Let's have a look at what Phillow's fate is. Fillow, come over here. Come over here, Fillow. Come sit down, Fillow. We're going to do the end of the show together. So, Fillow, how did you enjoy being part of the show? You enjoyed it? So let's see, what are they saying about you, Fillow? Are we keeping you? 80 people have voted on your life. How does that feel? It's almost like an execution is happening live. Fillow, finish the show. So, let's see. 80 of you voted. 32% of you said no. And 68 of you have said yes to keep Fillow. Fillow? Well, good luck to any future person that may want to like live the rest of their life with me. They're gonna have to live the rest of their life with me and Fillow. So let's take it away, Fillow. What are you gonna say of yourself? It's up to you, New York, New York. Bam, 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 bam. Start spreading the news. Da, 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 da. I'm staying today. I'm got a brand new start of it. My life, my life. Wow, thank you, Fillow. Thank you for that rendition of New York, New York. There was no real need for that. Okay. Fillow went on to have a successful career on Broadway. It's up to you, the chat. Dun, 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 dun. Can we walk together like on the scene? Dun, 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 dun. Look, Fillow could even bow. Bow, Fillow. Right, there we go. Thank you. To the wall in the background. Right, thank you so much, everyone, for joining this week's Locking It Down with Lucy. I'm off now to go see the Trophy Hunting Avengers, so that'll be pretty fun, hopefully. But do remember to check out the channel, as there will be the PS3 games. God, I need to lie down and rest. And yeah, I'll be back for more Look It Down Lucy next week. So enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Have amazing weekends, amazing Fridays, and be good to yourself. And reach out to someone who may not have spoken to for a while and say hey. Maybe reconnect. All right, cool. I will see you all later. Thank you so much for being here. Goodbye. Bam.